Hi, Ate Joe. Been watching you on TikTok for some time now. My boyfriend's currently in his first year of law school. I really want to be as supportive as I can, but it's just really hard to adjust from the constant talks and being together to having minimal conversations na. Although he still makes time for me, but I'm just really having a hard time with the adjustments. So no matter how hard I try to be supportive and considerate, sometimes I get petty and I feel like I'm just becoming a distraction from his law studies now. Help a girl out. All love to you and Kuya Les. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is another episode of Letters to Joe where you guys send me your letters of advice. Kahit gusto nyo lang magchika. Not claiming I'm an expert at any kind of relationship though, but I'm just going to talk to you guys about what Les Paul and I have gone through the past 8 years. And if that works for you and you can apply it to your relationship, well, then good. But anyway, you guys can also send your letters in the caption below or in the link in my bio, but it depends where you're listening or watching this from. Whew! What a mouthful! Sobrang formal naman ni Ate Jo, no? But I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you're here. I really want to thank you though for sending me this letter to you, sending this letter to me. And I want to say that, girl, you better suck it up. You better suck it up, girl. Like if you like this person, you want to be with this person, you better suck it up. It's like tough love from Ate Jo. No, I'm kidding. Am I really? No, I will say though na ako rin naman nung time na nag-start ng law, si Les was a bit difficult for me then. Pero kasi medyo na ano ko na rin eh, parang na how do I say this? I kind of anticipated the idea of we're gonna have we're gonna talk less compared to him being, I mean, not being in law school. Naintindihan ko na yun. And kumbaga parang, nung alam ko na he's gonna enter into law school and he also assured me na hindi na kami masyado makakapag-usap talaga or having dates as much as we wanted to nung time na nagsayaw siya. Kumbaga, in my mind, I was like, oh, okay. Ano kayang pwede kong gawin for me to get distracted a little bit when he is in law school? Ayan na. Yun, I think, was the best part of when Les started getting into law school was so I could focus on myself and my career. This is the best thing that I could ever talk to you about, to my girls out there, to the boys out there who are supporting their law student girlfriends as well. Bakit hindi, di ba? It's just uphill from here on out because this means that you get to focus on yourself. You get to focus sa friends mo, and you get to focus on your career, your friendships. Alam mo yun? Ganun kasi yung nangyari sa akin. Parang mas nag-focus ako sa career ko, some things that I can build for myself. And nung time na yun, I believe I started, it was during the pandemic actually. I started my treats business, my pet treats business, si Whiskey Tears. I'm pretty sure that you guys heard about that. Before, nagla-live pa ako sa TikTok na nagluluto ako ng mga treats for dogs. And it's just my passion, really. That really kept myself busy and at bay with the feelings that I had with Les. Na sa sobrang busy niya, I wanted myself to be busy with something else na at the same time, alam kong makakapagpabuti ng sarili ko. Alam mo yun, sometimes, di ko alam kung tama yung mga Tagalog ko or ano ba nangyayari, di ba? Pero I hope you get the gist of it. Mas nag-focus talaga ako dun. So, I did Whisketeers for 2 years. That was 2020 hanggang 2022. Yeah, until 2022. And when I tell you that that kept me busy, girl, that kept me busy. Inulit ko lang eh. But that really kept me busy, as in. And it gave me confidence also, and it gave me some self-worth na how I view working hard and what that looks like for me. And when I started Whiskey Tears actually was so labor intensive. Sobra. I would wake up at 4 a.m. Mamamalengke ako. And nung time that I started it, wala naman akong halos katulong talaga. Mamalengke ako, tapos walang magbubuhat ng mga binibili ko. Wala, like it was me and against the world. It was my bota, it was my bare hands against the world. That was it, basically. As in, like 20 kilos, let me just fix myself, right? It was 20 kilos, 30 kilos of meat, and I would just bubuhatin ko yun, ako lang mag-isa. So I did that basically for 2 years. And then eventually, I quit too. I had a job, a corporate job, and then I did that for like 5 months. It wasn't really for me. A conversation for a different time, if you will. And until now, it's fulfilling to have something of your own. And I think that, pinatatagal natin tong conversation na to, but it's just a perfect time to focus on yourself, to build something out of yourself, and to hone so much more of your skill that you can apply to everything. And yun yung madalas sinasabi ko sa mga friends ko who are also, just got out of their relationships, who are in relationships. And I think sa mga friends ko, ako kasi talagang may pinaka long-term relationship sa kanilang lahat. Well, most of my friends are single. So yun yung minsan, when they ask advice, or when they want me to tell them stories about my relationship, I always say na I really just focused on myself. Like I really built myself. The way that you're seeing right now is a product of focusing on my career and maintaining my friendships and taking care of myself and keeping my peace. And yeah, I understand that minsan nakakalungkot talaga. Like, I can't lie, sa totoo lang. I cannot lie and say na, Ate Jo is like, she just felt so happy throughout Kuya Les Paul's law school journey. She was just like, I'm spinning in the middle. Ganon. No, I can't lie and be like, masaya lang ako the whole time. No, there were also sad moments rin. And I really try my best then to show that on TikTok. Kasi syempre on TikTok, parang I invite you to come visit my TikTok account just so you can be happy. But also at the same time, I'm struggling to show you guys that there's also a different side of it, but also struggling to show it so people won't say na, Ate Jo, it's scripted. You're crying because there's a camera there. You know naman, the bashers and social media. There's just like this fine line of, do I do it? Do I not do it? But still, I try to show people na it's not all rainbows and butterflies really. May times talaga na nakakalungkot na parang I really wish na there was one point that meron kasi akong friend. And pag nakikita sila ng boyfriend niya or ng jowa niya, they would always like go to different countries. They would, they would sleep in together. They would go on hotel dates together. They would go like literally everywhere because money isn't a problem, right? And I'm thinking, sabi ko, parang ang saya naman ng ganun na parang you really get to go out with your partner, with your jowa, anytime and everywhere you want to if the money isn't the problem, 'di ba? Yun yung mga moments na nafe-feel ko na nakakalungkot na sometimes naiinggit din ako sa mga other relationships because they get to do that. And samantalang kami nila na parang, law school, 4 na taon, I'll have to wait. And most of you guys have seen that. Nakakalungkot din talaga. So I feel you. Like, dun pala sa buntong hininga ko na yun. I really feel you na it's tough. I'm not gonna say na it's easy. This is why other people say din, 'di ba, na it's not for the faint heart. Dating someone in med school, in law school, and ano pa ba? Whatever course, studies that requires examinations, it's not for the faint of heart. Hindi talaga siya, I mean, if it were easy, then most relationships sana who's like in law school relationship or in med school relationships, di sana most of it just succeeded. But hindi, di ba? And then there's people like us who are resilient, who's keeping on for our person so they can succeed in life. And I really wish that I could tell you na, yeah, madali lang yan. Pwede mo na ipikit yan. Tapos pagising mo, okay na. 'Di ba? yeah, I really wish I could, 'di ba? And I know that when you say sometimes you get petty, tas may feel mo na parang distraction ka from his law studies now. I really want to ask a bit of patience from you kasi hindi biro talaga yung law school. And ako, throughout Les Paul's law school life, I really tried my best to stay away from his journey or his path in law school as much as I could. Even though na he would ask na, ano, Bear, pwede pa tayo magkita? Pwede ka bang pumunta dito? Pwede ka, because syempre, family involved na lang din. Siyempre nakikita ng family niya na pupunta ako sa bahay habang nag-aaral siya. And even though that I do, he still studies. And he also does it vice versa when he comes here sa bahay. He would still study and I would play, I would stream, and most of you guys would see that. Na nasa likod ko siya dito and he would study, 'di ba? Pero even though, ang hirap pa rin talagang maiwasan na other people will think na, magkikita sila, it could be a distraction. So, a bit of patience and a bit of understanding din that whatever they're doing right now, hindi naman yun dahil trip lang nila. And I will always say that na kung trip lang nilang mag-law school or mag-med school, de maganda sana, di ba? But it's for a greater purpose. It's for a greater purpose. Di naman sila getting into law school just because trip lang nila, di ba? So, a bit of patience from you and understanding na lang din. However, I will say this as a disclaimer lang din that my relationship is my own and it doesn't mean that whatever works for mine will work for everyone. So, if you feel like, let's say, I don't know, right? Hindi naman natin malalaman. If you smell something fishy, I will say this at all times that if you smell something fishy in there, that even if he's in law school but he doesn't have time for you and he might actually be talking to other people, then you call that out because I can't do that for you because mas kilala mo yung partner mo more than I do. It's the same as saying as mas kilala mo yung tatay mo, mas kilala mo yung mom mo, mas kilala mo yung sibling mo more than I do, and you're seeking help from literally a stranger online. So it's within your discretion, syempre kung ano yung apply mo, kung apply mo yung advice ko or not. But I really wish, yun lang naman yung ask ko from you and advice ko rin for you na to build your own self, to build your identity away from the relationship. And yes, I know sometimes minsan nakakalungkot, parang ang sarap nilang kausapin, di ba? About certain things. But I swear after this, you will figure out how to communicate with your partner even more in this trying times. Kasi parang ganun yung nangyari sa amin ni Les, na parang mas nagkakaintindihan kami, mas alam namin kung paano kausapin yung isa't isa. We feel like we've figured it out. But I feel like there's just something more to Les Paul's and I's relationship. I totally understand that. Di naman yun lang yun eh. But it was parang, how do I say this? Nakatulong siya. Nakatulong siya in our communication style. Sorry, I kept fixing myself because I feel like I'm low a little bit. Yeah, ayun. But thank you for sending me your letter. I really hope that helped. But again, your discretion pa rin if you follow my advice or not. Whatever works for me doesn't mean it will work for everyone. And I appreciate you. Thank you again for sending me this letter. Why is my brain not braining right now? Thank you so much for sending this letter. But anyway, if you guys want to send in your letter, if you guys want to hear advice, or kahit chika lang tayo about life, just let me know. You guys can send in your letters in the caption below or in the link in my bio, whichever or whatever platform you're listening or watching this from. Thanks, everybody. Again, new episodes for Letters to Joe every Saturday at 1 p.m. Bye, everyone.